Good day to everyone. We are the group 2 and this is our experiment on the denaturation of protein. Crack 2 eggs and separate the egg whites from the egg yolks, as the egg white is our protein sample. Stir the egg whites for 1 minute using a fork. Next is to label the jars. The first jar must contain egg and water. Second jar must contain egg and isopropyl alcohol. Third jar must contain egg, salt, and water. Fourth jar must contain egg, detergent, and water. And lastly, for the fifth jar, it must contain egg and vinegar. After labeling the jars, next thing to do is to pour the designated reagents for each jars until half of the glass is filled. Then, pour 2 full spoons of egg whites for all the 5 jars. After mixing the solutions, here are the results at room temperature. On the first jar, as you can see, the solution became cloudy and the egg whites formed very little. On the second jar, as the alcohol drops in the solution, the egg whites responds quickly. The appearance of the solution is cloudy and the egg whites take some time to form. On the third jar, the egg whites were simply combined with the salt and water. There is no cloudiness occurred, but the denaturing of proteins occurred because it is dissolved by the salt. On the fourth jar, there is a formation of egg whites, and it only settles at the bottom of the jar, and the solution becomes cloudy. Lastly, on the fifth jar, there is no formation of egg whites and it just settles at the bottom of the jar, clouding the solution minimally. After immersing the jars on hot water, here are the results. On the first jar, the egg whites formed in solid form and the solution became cloudy. On the second jar, the egg whites turned into big and solid white, and the solution became cloudy. Third jar, the egg whites were simply combined with the salt and water. There is no cloudiness occurred, but the denaturing of proteins occurred because it is dissolved by the salt. On the fourth jar, the egg whites formation is slower, and it has an appearance of milky long strand of protein. And lastly, for the fifth jar, formation of egg whites also appeared with an appearance of milky long strand of protein.